Soon, kids will say goodbye to their fun summer schedules and head back to the classroom for another year of school. And to best prepare for a successful start to the new year, health experts say now is the time to start transitioning to a school sleep schedule. I recently spoke with the UW Health Kids pediatrician about the importance of making the adjustments long before the bell rings.
It is hard to believe that school is right around the corner, and not necessarily the most answer that kids want to hear when they come to see me in the office, or even when I have to chat with my kids here at home. But now is a great time to think about going back to school and getting back to on our regular sleep schedules. I think the biggest thing to say is that sleep is hard to adjust, that day or have big control over it, in a very short term. Our sleep is really dependent on sort of like the sleep we got the day before that and the day before that, and sort of these really, really good habits we have around like our schedule and our routine. And so it's really, really hard to just say, okay, I'm going to go to bed and I'm going to get a great night of sleep. There's a lot of preparation that goes into it.
What are some of the issues that kids and teens may face if they are not getting the proper amount of sleep?
Ooh, yeah, I love that question. I think over the years and recently, I guess there's been more of a shift to thinking about it. But sleep is so important. It's very incredibly important for a lot of aspects to our life, especially for kids who need it for learning. And so what I like to frame it in that getting a good night's sleep helps our brains be able to focus. We can see lots of focus issues for kids who chronically don't get enough sleep, or especially who have like a bad night the next day of. And so being able to go from task to task, being able to give our full attention to the thing that we want to work on, especially young kids, being able to control the emotions that we want to have, and maybe not so have many of those emotions that we don't necessarily want to have, and being able to respond to them appropriately, respond to other things, so having good reaction time. So I say that's good for the teenagers who are learning how to drive, especially early in the morning, having good reaction times. And so that's good for the day of learning, being able to be present. And then sleep is also really important for us to take all those things we learned, our memories, and put them in a place where we can access them later and use them later. So it's really twofold. It's good for learning the day of and remembering what we learned that day, for that's the night of sleep that night.
What about mental health? Is there any link to lack of sleep and maybe depression?
Yeah, big time. And it's kind of a two-way street, especially in teenagers, for sure, where we talk about mental health, a little bit more often, is we see it both ways. Kids who are dealing with depression or even anxiety can struggle with sleep. It's a very common symptom, and at the same time, sleep itself, having poor sleep, can lead to depressive symptoms or feeling more anxious. I didn't get that good night of sleep. I'm gonna have a terrible day, or I'm feeling so tired, and kind of perseverating or thinking about those negative thoughts and feelings that go along with a bad night of sleep. And so it can go both ways, and that's one of the tasks that we have, in the office when we're trying to decide, maybe the chicken versus the egg, or what's causing the symptoms, or how best we can help. Is it sleep, or is it other things that we can do?
There's so many benefits, as you just mentioned, to a good night's sleep. So that leads us to, and I think many parents question, what does that look like? And it's different for different age groups.
Oh yeah, big time. That's one of my favorite things that I think about being a pediatrician is you really get to appreciate all the different stages that happen across the lifespan, from itty bitty babies, up to college students is what we see in pediatrics. So yeah, so when kids are first born, we'll start there. They can sleep all day long. I mean, they can the whole day snoozing on and off. They really have distinct sleeping patterns compared to older kiddos and adults like you and I. As they go along, they're able to learn, like, I sleep at night and I only nap during the day. And when you're about a toddler, the average, a good number to keep in mind is about 12 hours of sleep. So most of it's at night, and then maybe one or two naps during the day, depending on how old you are. Good frame of reference then would be about a 10-year-old needs about 10 hours of sleep. So that's easy to remember. And so when I'm talking to people about their quality of sleep, honing in on what is about appropriate for their age. So 10 for a 10-year-old. And then really, ideally, we say at least 8 hours, as you're in high school, being a teenager. I think ideally, if you can get 8+ would be really good. And those are averages. Some kids technically need less, and some kids technically need more. But really doing the math and deciding what time do I have to go to bed based on what time I have to get up in order to shoot for 8 hours at least.
I'm going to show this to my 17-year-old who runs on fumes and is always like, Mom, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm like, no,
I,
you're not. So I'm going to say Dr. Freimiller said so. You need 8 hours of sleep per
you
night.
tell them, yes.
Well, up next, Dr. Freimiller shares his tried and true tips for resetting kids' sleep routines. That's next. Before the break, Dr. Freimiller explained why mid August is the target time to shift kids' sleeping routines to more of a school like schedule. Now he gives us his recommendations on how to do that successfully.
I love that we get to talk about it now because, like I said, it takes time. And so, maybe not the simplest, but one thing that definitely I tell parents is prepare and let them know. Tell kids like it's really not that far away, and this is something we got to think about. So all the fun we've been having, is gonna shift, and we're gonna have different fun, in school now. And so planning on going to bed earlier, just by little bits. If you're going to bed about an hour later than you would normally in the school year, take about at least a week to 2 weeks, slowly moving that up, every night or every 2 nights, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and so on and so forth over the next, few days, so that it doesn't feel like such a big jump, like daylight savings and everyone's feeling groggy in the morning. It doesn't feel like such a big transition. Equally as important to preparing them, letting them know this is happening, not just at bedtime, but maybe at lunch, maybe at dinner. Hey, we're going to go to bed a little bit earlier. We're going to practice. Going to bed early is one half of it. Getting up earlier also is important. Typically, the thing that controls when we're feeling tired to go to bed is sunlight. And so if you can get up earlier and get really good sunlight exposure, it wakes up your brain, kind of sets your clock, gives you a set amount of hours that you have for the day to feel awake. And then that slowly goes away as the sun goes down. And so setting a good bedtime earlier and earlier, and then also getting up early and earlier to the point where it's about your school schedule.
And devices play a role as well in quality sleep. What time are we supposed to take those away from our children?
Oh, excellent question. I think in the grand scheme of things, well, let me back up. Devices, screens, compute. I mean, there's a lot. We have watches and phones and tablets and TVs and computers, and they all have their place. They have important things they have to do on them, sometimes homework. They themselves act like a light source, and they can wake up our brain, especially depending on what it is we're watching. Maybe it's something really exciting or scary that can make it harder for us to go to bed. So as early as possible, putting those away and really focusing on lower light conditions and sort of calming activities. I will tell people shoot for an hour, really try to get a full solid hour. And I like to put it on parents too. Kids learn a lot from us, and we as parents can really model good sleep habits too. Also trying to put away the media, not paying so much attention to like what our phone is doing, and focusing on those equally as relaxing activities for ourselves with our children, playing games, maybe listening to music, just talking with your children. Those behaviors really go a long way too for teenagers and kids to say like, okay, it's time to relax.
Any other tips, or did we touch on the main ones?
Oh yeah, how much time do you have? I love talking about sleep.
How about one more?
Ooh, okay. One more. I gotta pick one now. Oh, yeah. I just to highlight everything we talk about, sleep is so important. Really, really value sleep. My own daughter says, "I wish I didn't have to sleep, Dad." And I just wish I could stay up all night long. And I say, everyone sleeps. Every human sleeps. I sleep. Your mom sleeps. Your brothers and sisters are all sleeping, and so it's important for you, everyone else, to grow and learn. And the most recent data I will say is especially teenagers are getting, less and less sleep over the years. And so more likely than not, your teenager or your child is not getting enough sleep. And so instead of, you know, us, I would say think that your child could use more sleep and think of ways to get more sleep. I think everyone could benefit from that.
And my thanks to Dr. Freimiller for that conversation. Up next, the case of a stolen Picasso print finally found in Wisconsin.